5,000 dead birds fall from the sky. And now hundreds more birds fall from the sky in Kentucky and Louisiana, and tens of thousands of dead fish wash ashore. 500 carcasses collected after dying in Louisiana on Monday. As many as 5,000 dead birds in Arkansas on New Year's Eve. Kentucky woman reports dozens of dead birds in her yard. Up to 100,000 dead and dying drumfish washed up in Arkansas River. Tens of thousands of dead fish in Chesapeake Bay in Maryland. The thousands of blackbirds that plummeted to their deaths in front of horrified New York revelers in Arkansas, some say, may have been sent into the deadly spirals of fireworks, although that might not really be the reason. Raining onto rooftops and into fields as Beebe residents enjoyed the midnight celebrations. But that doesn't explain why more than 500 birds dropped dead from the sky in Louisiana on Monday, or why a Kentucky woman found dozens of dead birds in her yard, and just 100 miles away from Beebe's mass bird kill, at least 83,000 dead and dying fish washed ashore, and possibly as many as 100,000. And some 500 dead and dying birds fell onto a Louisiana highway on Monday, just 3 days after a similar incident in Arkansas. The events have led to speculation running from poisonings to end-of-days scenarios. Most of the birds found on Louisiana Highway 1 were red-winged blackbirds, as was the case in Beebe, Arkansas, some 360 miles away. The species is one of the most common in the United States, with a population estimated at up to 200 million. In Arkansas, preliminary tests showed the blackbirds there, as many as 5,000, died after massive trauma. The birds suffered from acute physical trauma leading to internal hemorrhage and death. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission said in a statement Monday, there was no sign of chronic or infectious disease. The birds were otherwise healthy, according to the statement. The injuries were primarily in the breast tissue, with blood clotting and bleeding in the body cavities. Dr. George Badley, the state's top veterinarian, told NBC News that the birds died in midair, not on impact with the ground. That evidence, and the fact that the blackbirds fly in close flocks, suggests they might have suffered some kind of massive midair collision, he added. Actually, there are many theories to what happened, but in essence, these are more signs of the times. There's something wrong with Mother Nature, or with the earth. There's something much more going on, because everything is connected, and everything is numbered. And the Commission also is trying to determine what caused the deaths of up to 100,000 fish over a 20-mile stretch of the Arkansas River, near a dam in Ozark, 125 miles west of Beebe. The fish were discovered on December 30th. Residents of Beebe, a community of 5,000 northeast of Little Rock, told how dead birds ended up littering the streets, the yards, the driveways, everywhere. It was hard to drive down the street in some places without running over them, said Robbie King. With the birds, a few stunned ones survived their fall and stumbled around like drunken revelers. There was little light across the countryside at the time, save for the glimmer of fireworks and some lightning on the horizon. In the tumult, many birds probably lost their bearings. I turn and look across my yard, and there's all these lumps, said Shane Roberts, who thought hail was falling until he saw a dazed blackbird beneath his truck. His 16-year-old daughter, Alex, spent Saturday morning picking them up. Their legs are really squishy, the teen said. For some people, the scene unfolding shortly before midnight evoked images of the end of days and cut short New Year's celebrations. Many families phoned police instead of popping champagne. It was a very scary or disturbing sight indeed. David Lyons, the head of a local chapter of the Sierra Club, said that he was waiting for the results of the pathology and toxicology tests before making any judgments about the bird and fish kills. So far, the evidence does not suggest that pollution contributed to either the bird or fish kills, he added. If the test results indicate that contaminants were responsible, then local environmental groups were likely to have several questions and concerns about the two events. Although, once again, like I say, there are many different theories about what has happened, and they may not conclusively find any one cause, because these are more signs of the end times transition days, which is a continuing day-by-day process. In other words, everything that must change quickly or rapidly, and for the better. Perhaps these signs are showing that there's something wrong with the earth. Revelation chapter 12. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. 2. And she being with child cried, laboring in birth, and pained to be delivered. 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads. 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. 5. And she brought forth a man-child, who is to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared of God, and they should feed her there 1,260 days. 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. 8. And prevailed not, neither was a place found any more in heaven. 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceives the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. 12. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. Revelation chapter 16, verse 8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch humans with fire. And humans were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of God, which has power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory. 10. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain. 11. And blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And yes, it's time for all prophecy to be fulfilled. This is the time when the past, the present, and the future come together, or catch up to one another. And all these are more signs happening daily all around the world. Watch the weather change. Also, Luke chapter 21, verse 35. For as a snare shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. 36. Watch ye, therefore, and always pray, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that are coming to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Yes, it's time.